Hi, my A4Fish friends. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I want to continue my no water change experiment on my 75-gallon planted discus tank that you can see behind me. I want to continue with part 3, and I want to highlight a very terrible catastrophe big mistake that has happened to this tank. So just a basic recap. I've done 2 parts before this. So part 1, I showcase my 75-gallon tank, and I spoke about the inhabitants in the tank, and I spoke about that past 6 months I did not do any water change in this tank. And part 2, I focus on how did I achieve this. I'll leave the link of the video in the description below. So basically, I spoke about how I achieved this by having a deep substrate, good filtration, and lots of plants. And I also spoke about how did I make sure my plant grew fast with a proper lighting and other stuff like that. So that was part 2. And this tank, I used to have 12 adult cichlids, 11 fully grown up discus, including my breeding pair, and 1 adult angel. So 12 adult cichlids plus many more small fish, about 10 to 15 smaller fish, and plecos, and I have shrimp, amount of shrimp as well. So So I wanted to highlight a big issue that happened with this tank. So you can see this tank, I have only 5 discus left. I lost 7 fishes, 6 discus and 1 angel. I lost past 2 weeks. I want to highlight what went wrong with my experiment, and possibly what you can do to avoid the mistake, that very expensive mistake that I went through. I know I can easily hide this fact that I lost fish and continue to show you all the positive and success story of my channel. But I also felt that it was my responsibility to show the failures and the unsuccessful, the not so good part of this hobby, because like I mentioned, my vision and mission for this channel is to share tips and tricks on how to make your life easier, so you can learn from my success and my failures. So this is one of the sad failed video. So I lost, like I mentioned, I lost 7 cichlids. How did I lose these fishes? So after I made my part 2 of this series, by this time, I think point number 1, I would say that I became a little bit overconfident. I used to test my water for ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate, and I tested this out for 6 months. So everything was in a perfect number: 0 ammonia, 0 nitrite, and below 40 ppm nitrate. So I stopped testing it out, so I became overconfident. That was point number 1. And then all my fishes started developing hole in the head. So first I noticed in my female discus, we named it Ball. That she was one of the oldest discus that I had, and she's the mother of all the red discus that I have. She developed a few holes in her head, and I have fixed the hole in the head in discus previously. So I was confident that I can easily fix this. but this time it was different. So the fishes had hole in the head, and within a couple of days, they just died. So I managed to save these 5 discus. All of them developed hole in the head, and they just died within a couple of days. I managed to save these discus. So yeah. So what went wrong? Like I shared, I was overconfident. Stopped testing my water parameters. Having said that, point number 2 is even though if I tested out my water parameter, there are a lot of things in the water that we don't test. There are hormones released by the fishes. There's other stuff like GH, KH that we don't test. So even when you do a regular testing, you need to be very, very careful when you're doing a no water change system. And to top it off, my tank was overloaded, overstocked. I had, like I mentioned, I had 12 adult discus and many more smaller fishes. So the bioload was too heavy. And sometimes if the fast growing plant, they stop growing for some reason, then the toxins are not absorbed by the plant. So that could be another reason. And yeah, so I just want to end this with this note saying that if any one of you are planning to do a no water change, be very, very careful. Do not overstock your tank. Probably have 2 or 3 fishes in the tank if you are having a no water change system, and test out your water parameters on a regular basis, and look for signs of a fish not eating and they're hiding behind. That's a definite sign that there's something wrong with your tank, and you need to start doing your water change. I'm doing 50% water change on a weekly basis, and that has saved all this 5 discus. They had holes all over the face, and now they're cured. So I hope this fatal mistake on my part will help you to save your fishes, and you can avoid this mistake if you're doing a no water change system. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.